Okay, so additionally, we want to talk about how to fold up your plastic. Sometimes plastic gets a lot of paint on it, especially if you're rolling the ceilings. Sometimes you're rolling the ceilings and then before the day's even done, you've got to pack up that room, you're out of that room, and what do you do with that plastic? Plastic really, it doesn't allow the paint to dry. It's not like a drop cloth where the paint soaks into the canvas. It's plastic. It's going to sit on top. Paint's going to have to dry from the top down, and therefore it dries a whole lot slower than actually being on a cloth surface like a drop cloth. So there's a specific way you do that. When you're done with it, you've got paint on it, you want to fold it up. You're not trying to save this plastic at all. You're going to fold it inside of itself, and I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm going to find my tape points because I don't want to leave any tape on the client's furniture. So I want to make sure that I get all my tape, and then when I know where it's at, I'm folding this inside of itself. I know the back side, the side that was touching the couch or the piece of furniture, is perfectly clean. Nothing's going to get through the plastic. So I know it's clean, so I'm folding it over on top of itself. Anywhere where there were tape joints, I'm looking to make sure. Sometimes, depending on how you taped it, sometimes when you pull, that's still left on a couch or a piece of furniture. So your objective is to make sure that you get all the tape. Fold it over inside of itself. Once again, grab it everywhere where you taped it at. Folding it over inside of itself. And then keep folding it inside of itself. You never want anything that's exposed on the outside or on the upside of the paint to ever be able to touch a client's furniture. It's very, very simple. It's all inside of itself, nothing here. So as I'm carrying it out of the house, if I drag it on something on accident, I'm not depositing paint on top of any of their furniture. If you were to do it the other way around, and you had it out, and you just grabbed it and you said, let's go, you're immediately taking all the paint that was here and you're dragging it across a piece of furniture. Not only that, but you're getting it all over you. You're doing this number, it's getting all over your clothes. It's a lot simpler if you simply fold it inside of itself. Make sure that it's nice and tight, and then that is what's going to go into the trash bag. Makes it super, super simple. Last thing when it comes to plastic. Sometimes we have plastic on top of bookcases or tables where they've taken their little pieces of glass and they've stood them up there nicely on a table. Remember, if you're pulling plastic, you can still, because of the weight of it, you can still pull some type of little piece of glass over. So if you have something that has glass on it, usually a table or a countertop, they were trying to get all the stuff out of the way for you, and so they put all their glass and their china on something. That's another reason why you never grab plastic and just drag. If you were to stop and fold it inside of itself, you're not going to have to worry about pulling too hard and knocking somebody's little teacup or some type of china that they have off of whatever you had covered in plastic. So it's always the best idea to wrap and fold everything inside of itself. It's cleaner, looks more presentable, and ensures that you don't get paint as you're exiting that particular room.